Good morning after Thanksgiving and Black Friday. No, it has nothing to do with slavery. Hey, everybody, it is I, David Mason, the host of the OTPH show. I was on yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. I can't ever remember. I've been on a lot this week because I've had a lot of free time. But I mentioned that NBC News had mentioned that grocery prices are historically affordable this year, and that they're saying that the prices have dropped drastically. If your dollar had the same overall purchasing power as in 1984, this would be the least expensive Thanksgiving meal in 39 history of the AFBF Thanksgiving Survey, which is AFBF stands for American Farm Bureau Federation. But here's the problem with that, though. They don't. I was looking at it, and they don't. Yeah, they're definitely not thinking of everything because they're saying that it's going to cost. So I decided to jump in, and that they're saying that on the northeast side of the United States, which I am in, it should cost you about $57.36. Yeah, you got me on the subject. Thank you, sir. Red, how you doing, dude? No. This ultimately came down to when I read that article. I decided that I wanted to uh, prove it. I want to see if it was right. And now, mind you, the prices that I got were not at your local grocery store, a meat distributor, or anything like that. I actually got it based upon Walmart prices in my area. And so I went and I kind of figured about what a Thanksgiving meal would be for me if I were to do it. So let's just say that the data that I accumulated would have been if I would have been personally doing this myself, meaning if I would have been putting on Thanksgiving, what sides would I have made? What food would I have presented? Appetizers, stuff like that. And they're not even in the ballpark of correct. So let's say for 10 people, this is 10 people only. This has nothing to do with anything more than assuming, like NBC did, that it would be 5808 for a 10-person gathering. But I don't really think that they're figuring in on everything that we were going to go through. So let's start with the turkey. The turkey is going to be the creme de la creme. This is what we're aiming for. At Walmart, they were 88 cents a pound. I would get a 25-pound bird. That's $22 alone. 3 boxes of stuffing, 4 cans of cranberry sauce. Right there, you're looking at over 40. You're looking at $34 and change. And I haven't even got into the homemade green bean casserole, the mac and cheese, the squash, the mashed potatoes. We're almost at our budget. I haven't even gotten. Yeah. Well, according to one of the things that I looked up, they were showing. I don't even think they cranberries for 12 ounce. They said were $2.35. I was finding 8-ounce cans for $1.90 something. So they're very wrong. Sweet potatoes I didn't go with. I went with mashed potatoes. So obviously we need about 5 to 10 pounds of potatoes. For me, getting the potatoes here in Massachusetts would have cost me $4.44 just for the potatoes, but that doesn't count the butter, that doesn't count the salt, that doesn't count all this. And I assumed that I had nothing on hand. This isn't like, okay, what do I need to add to this? What do I already have on hand? 4 cans of cranberry sauce, because if you're like me, you like your cranberry sauce looking like a can of dog food. The cranberry sauce alone cost me $7.92 for 4 cans of Ocean Spray cranberry sauce. From Walmart, mind you, I'm going Walmart prices. If I went with my natural grocery store, this would have been higher. So we're looking at the green bean casserole, which to me would be green bean, cream of mushroom soup, and fried onion. The fried onion would have cost me almost $12 on their own. It would have cost me about $8 for the other 2 ingredients. So we're looking at about $20 just to make it. About $5 in squash. So so the more I read into this, the more that I got involved in what this whole setup would be, there's no way any part of their numbers were right. And I'm looking at trying to figure out why they would do this. Thanksgiving food prices are up 19% since 2019, according to the AFBF. Federal data shows the median household wages grow by about 25% in the same period. No, they didn't. But then Turkey, for instance, is 6% cheaper than last year, despite bird flu knocking out a portion of turkey inventory. Tighter availability usually drives up prices, but Americans are eating about 1 pound less of turkey per person each year. I don't know. You don't know my family very well, so therefore you're wrong. So the more that I read into this, the more I'm like, this is horribly wrong. Now let's start talking about the appetizers. Most of us love those. We're watching a football game early on. We're usually sitting down to a meal about 2:30, 3 o'clock. Yeah, no, and not only are they look. I think what happened is they just wanted to give you a positive outlook on the fact that you're going to be blowing a ton of money on this. But yeah, the fact that they were not even in the ballpark of being correct. Because let's just talk about the appetizers. Everybody sets out that tray of cheese, crackers, and pepperoni. Well, sliced pepperoni, 3 packages, even at $4 per package, you're looking at $12. You're looking at about $14 just in cheese. Shrimp cocktail, you're spending about 18. You're going to be spending to make those stuffed mushroom caps that everybody loves, be about $40 on their own. Because you know what? Everybody's going to be grabbing 2 or 3 of those mushroom caps. You're not going to make 10 mushroom caps and tell everybody to have one. Chips, dip, salsa, Tostitos. You're going to spend $15 just in Tostitos. That's not even counting the salsa. You're going to spend about $10 just in potato chips. And this is Walmart. Walmart with the historically low prices that you can go in there and spend an entire week's worth of groceries and barely break $100. This is Walmart prices. This isn't my price. It'll cost you $20.76 just for Tostitos and salsa. It will cost you $29 just for the chip and dip, and that's with 2 different types of dip. Because we don't want to just have French onion. We all have that one relative that likes ranch. But you're gonna be spending so much money just in the appetizers. So when I broke it down, my overall grocery bill would have been $347.33. That would have been $141.14 just for the main course. That would have been $153.75 just in appetizers and $44.68 just for dessert. And the dessert would have consisted of chocolate cream pie, pumpkin pie, and apple pie. 3 staple crops in the pie community. And that doesn't count if you're from the South. We know you all got your pecan pie. We all know you got all these other wonderful things. You got your soul food. You got chitlins and gravy. And I didn't even think about the gravy. Let's get a couple cans of gravy in there. Add another like $10 to our cost. Am I saying that they're wrong? No, I'm saying that there's no way you're going to feed a group of 10 in this country for $58.08. And again, I went cheap. I didn't buy the name brand. Everything was either great value or the cheapest price available. None of this was actually me sitting there and going, okay, I'm going to prove them wrong and I'm going to get all expensive shit. No, I got a 4-pack of canned green beans for a green bean casserole. Great. A 4-pack because it was cheaper than buying 4 individual cans. I treated it as if I was personally buying this. And that's the problem that I have with a lot of things too, is how many people would have read that article and been like, all right, I can host Thanksgiving. The next thing you know, you got $400 worth of grocery bills. And you're like, but NBC News told me that I would have only spent $58.01. And nowhere in the $58.08, do they go over the menu. What's more, the average American also has to work fewer hours to buy the same meal than in previous years. No, we have to work more. Average wage rose 4% from 2023 to 2024. It took 9% less time to pay for this year's Thanksgiving. That's wrong too, because everything, every day. And this is by Jing Feng, who is, according to this, Jing Feng is a producer at NBC News covering business and the economy. She needs to quit. The meal of 29 items. Inflation-free Thanksgiving meal of 29 items. Amazon Fresh is offering Thanksgiving discounts on turkeys, sides, and desserts, feeding 6 people for less than $5 a piece. Plus extra savings for Prime. Okay, listen, okay, fine. Target is offering a $20 Thanksgiving meal for 4. and a small turkey, canned veggies, and stovetop stuffing. Aldi had a $47 meal package for 10 people, which advertised as lower than a 2019 product. Walmart had an inflation-free thing. Look, nobody's going to do that. Jing? Hang on, now you got me wanting to say that name again. Jin Feng, Feng. And so I'm reading along on this article, and okay, you're going to get a couple canned veggies, some stuffing, and a turkey. That's not what Thanksgiving is. Thanksgiving is, I'm going to jam you so full of food, we're going to be rolling your ass out the door somewhere between the beginning of the next game and before the end of that Dallas Cowboys game. We're gonna have desserts, which we know you're gonna be so full you can't even see straight. And I'm not even gonna try to figure out how much it cost my aunt to make her world famous peanut butter bowls. But I just ran up a dang near $400 bill. And if we divide that into 10, let me figure this out. If I divide that by 10, just feeding them appetizer, dessert, and a main course will cost $35 a person, roughly. There's no way. Okay, even with these inflation meals, if you get a $40 meal, they said you get a small turkey for 4 people. Well, not many, and I'm not saying that this doesn't happen, but not many people have a gathering of 4. My aunt and I just celebrated up in New Hampshire. Oh, no, Brad. Now you got me off track, but this is awesome. You are correct. People think that it is. I actually got into an argument with my manager when I worked at a McDonald's, not going to name where it was, because someone handed him a $2 bill and he's like, "This isn't real." And I'm like, "No, they're real. They were made all the way up into the 70s." And I pulled out my phone and I showed him that they were legit tender. And I got into an argument. I actually got written up for this too. But I had to prove beyond a shadow. I go, why would anybody counterfeit a $2 bill? It costs more to counterfeit the bill than it is for the value of the bill. Right, that's what's wrong with some of these people. They promote dumb people, and then they're like, "I can't take a $2 bill." Like, fuck, you can't. And $2 is legal tender. It's going to be legal tender until they're no longer in circulation. They're always going to be in circulation. Oh no! I'm like, you know what, man? I told him to give the money back to him. I'm like, you're right. And then I took the bill in, and then that's why I got written up, because I went around him. But yeah, so I calculated $347.33 to feed a family, to feed 10 people, because you're gonna have a few teenagers in there. We're gonna have some fights over them turkey legs, and everybody's going. We all have that one relative that, oh, I can bring something else. I haven't even mentioned the drink cost. I haven't even gone down the line that you're gonna want some alcohol. You can probably have a bottle of champagne, some wine, something like that. So let's add another $30 into there. As I started calculating this, I'm like, if I were to feed 10 people for $5 a person, we'd have pretty much turkey and potatoes. Now, also, I'm the kind of guy, my aunt used to make the little tiny onions. I used to love those. Love them. I didn't calculate those. I just went with the generic, normal Thanksgiving fodder. And if I were making it, my wife brought up a point. Oh, but you can save money by using Velveeta. Not wrong. No, not wrong at all. Not absolutely not wrong at all. Right, and that's why I went to Walmart. I went to Walmart because Walmart is always the cheapest option. What I'm going to do too is I'm going to organize this spreadsheet a little bit more so it'll all fit in one little screenshot, and I'm going to post that on the OCPH page, and you guys can pick it apart if you want to. But yeah, I would go to Walmart, because I know Walmart is cheaper than virtually anywhere else, so I know for a damn fact that this will be an inexpensive holiday for me. And it's still not an inexpensive holiday. I mean, for Christ's sake, we are looking at almost $400. I don't know where they came up with this $58. Yes, Walmart did offer an inflation-free meal, and I want to see. Okay, they're inflation-free Thanksgiving, and I know they probably took it down, but it probably, let's see, how heavy was the bird? Whole 10 to 16 pound turkey for 10 people. So, oh, I didn't even add in the biscuits, but it came with, and I'm not joking. 10 to 16 pound turkey, which is 88 cents a pound. Great value sweet Hawaiian roll, one count, which is usually like 12 rolls. Great value corn, 3 cans, 1 can of green bean, 1 can of cranberry sauce, 2 cans of green bean, 1 unit of onion, 2 units of cream of mushroom soup, brown gravy mix, Marie Callender Southern Pecan Pie, great value whipped cream, great value frozen deep dish pie crust, great value 100% pumpkin puree, great value evaporated milk, jet puff mini marshmallows, Jiffy corn puff mix, great value poultry seasoning, Swanson chicken broth, fresh whole russet potatoes, fresh, and that's only 5 pounds. 3 pounds of sweet, 3 total sweet potatoes, not pounds, 3 total. 1 onion and 1 fresh celery. People are going hungry. In my family, you would be going hungry. It is not anywhere close to what would be a family of 10. You're telling me that Walmart that I have 10 people in 1 can of cranberry sauce are going to feed 10 people. The Hawaiian rolls, I think, are 12 total rolls, and you're expecting everybody to just get one. And then if I'm getting this, I don't know how to make all this other things. But oh wow, that this year's meal featured 29 items and served 8 people for less than $7 a person. But no, because the more I look at this, the more I realize you need more than 1 can of cranberry sauce. Everybody knows you have that one kid that will eat a little bit of turkey and 20% of the cranberry sauce almost every time like clockwork. You're going to look and you're going to see all these things and you're like, there's no way. Let's see, Aldi, $47 meal package for 10 people. And what does it include? They don't even tell you what it would do. They don't even tell you. Use the PDF. So that's not helping anybody anywhere. Target offering a $20 Thanksgiving meal for 4. A frozen turkey up to 10 pounds. Good and gather russet potatoes, Del Monte cut green bean, mushroom soup, cranberry mix, stovetop stuffing, and Heinz homestyle roasted turkey gravy. But what about the onions that go on top of the green bean casserole? No, you're going to starve people. There's not even rolls in there. I forgot to even add the rolls onto mine, Red. I'm disappointed in myself. Because if I would have added in the rolls, I guarantee, even if you use the sweet Hawaiian roll, you're probably going to add another $5 at least to your list. Let me check that out now. But yeah, you have all this, but you're going to still have to go out and buy more. No way that it's going to. They're zero. Let's see. Sweet Hawaiian roll, because those are easy to deal with. Sweet Hawaiian rolls. Let's just get the cheap one. We're going to look at. We're not getting the king because that's way too much. I'm being cheap here, as we all have learned. I can't even find the great value brand. So let's just say King Hawaiian roll in a package. You got 24. All right. I got a family of 10. That 2 plus. Yeah, that's $8. So let's add another $8 in here. We're now over $350 worth of spending. And guys, because they're pre-made, I can throw them in the oven, warm them up, and they're easy. Even if, okay, fine, we're gonna go cheaper. Why don't we just get the rolled canned biscuits, right? Canned Pillsbury. But they come in 8 packs, so if I want a 24, that means I gotta get 3 of them. So $2.87 for an 8 count grand. Okay, now we'll say $1.97. We need 3 cans. About $5. It would be about the same as if I bought the Hawaiian rolls. Yeah, so the real fun and the real issue begin with how far do you want to go? I mean, the canned biscuit, I can get a 10 count for $1.07, but I would have probably had to order them. If you're a little bougie and you want the fakey one, mommy told you no, no. Oh, you need to open it. No, but we got an invasion of a little tiny toddler. Why those rolled? Because Sweet Hawaiian rolled rock. They're even better when you use them for sliders. I'll tell you honestly. But so as I did all this research, yeah, he wants to have a little Kit Kat bar, but he doesn't want to open it on his own. He's being a little lazy poop. So we're making him open it on his own before he has a meltdown. And so I literally looked at all that stuff and I put into consideration what would I eat and how would I do it. But we are looking at, things like, again, the turkey. I said I would take a 25-pounder because you know what, turkey after Thanksgiving is just as good, right? Because I can make turkey sandwiches. I can make a Thanksgiving sandwich, which you guys would love. What you're going to do is you're going to take and slice some of the remaining turkey breast. If you're a dark meat kind of guy, whatever. I'm not a racist. I don't care. Both of them are good. So you're going to take the white meat, the dark meat, whatever. You're going to put it into that turkey gravy, and you're going to heat it up. Don't even heat it. You know what? Bread, sliced turkey. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take some of that leftover stuff and put it on top. Put a little dollop of cranberry sauce on there too. Close it up. Put it on the grill top. Cook it up. Grill it up a little bit. You don't even need cheese for this. And if you want to add a little moisture on the inside, throw a little bit of that. There we go. I'm an equal opportunist, right? I hate everybody equally. I have to throw in random racist jokes for those who are watching and get uptight very quickly. So when you think about the leftovers, yeah, I know by the end of the weekend we're gonna all be tired of turkey. We're gonna be sick of that shit. We just want to throw it out at that point. But nothing beats a fresh turkey soup when you boil that carcass down and you get all that nice turkey broth out of it. Yeah, fuck, I'm hungry. But so I doing all this. I planned on the fact that they're going to be leftovers. You're probably sending a couple kids home, a couple of your not unwell people home, so they have some food for the next couple days. So I mean, I went with a 25-pound bird, 3 boxes of stuffing because stovetop stuffing just goes wicked fast. And again, you can make turkey sandwiches, Thanksgiving leftover sandwiches, and oh my god, they are delicious. I used to make them when I worked at a restaurant. Not naming names, it was lucky. Um, yeah, but when you think that I'm spending more on the appetizer because I'm a huge mushroom cap fan. Absolutely. Yeah, right. I'm glad that you caught that when I threw that in there suddenly. I apparently wasn't as subtle as I thought. But we're almost at $400 for a family of 10 for Thanksgiving. And I would spend that money with love because I know I'd get to see some family members that I normally don't get to see. Uh, and we get to toast those who are no longer with us. I didn't mention the alcohol. It's going to be a bring your own alcohol kind of event, so you guys could offset some of my costs. But we're not even talking about all the other things that are going to go into this meal. Like I have an electric stove, so my electricity cost is going to go up because my stove is going to be on a lot longer than it normally is. Not that I have a problem with it. Let's also talk about, lights are going to be on all over the place. You're going to have a lot of things going on around too that are going to increase that cost a little bit. Now, is NBC wrong? No, because we proved that there were places that were offering you just enough not to go hungry meals. I mean, you're telling me for 8 people I'm going to get a 10-pound bird. I'm going to tell you that you're wrong. That 10-pound bird ain't going to last very long. 16 would be cutting it close. But I'm one of those too that I'm not going to go out and buy some, and just buy everything store bought because the store bought, yeah, for me to make a pumpkin pie, even with just pumpkin puree, that's not actually buying the pumpkin. My wife and I actually would buy pumpkin, make the puree ourselves because it just it's a lot better when you make it yourself and make it from scratch. Oh, excuse me, sorry. A couple shout outs I want to give right now while I'm on air too. First off, my good buddy Joe Barrows family pulling team pulling for a cause, aka the truck widely known as Bits and Pieces Joe. I will be there December 7th at the Springfield Thunderbird game with you. You guys have a great message. If you're not sure what he does, he has built a pull truck, a truck that does truck pulls, a two-wheel drive vehicle. It's a Chevy S10, but pretty much it got a lot of cool modification, and he uses it to pull every now and again. But he uses that truck primarily for uh, promoting depression awareness and everything else, which is absolutely amazing. Him, Gears in Heaven, all do a great job. I got to give a massive shout out to Joe. I'm proud to be working with you, buddy. I look forward to the future with you. This is awesome. We're also I got to give a huge shout out to the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. No matter how bad you think it is, no matter how much you think you're not for this world and the world would be better off without you, I'm here to tell you with a straight face that the world is not done with you. You matter. God's not done with you. There's a purpose. You may not know it now. And if you're feeling like you are better left dead, please give them a call. They will talk to you. They got so many caring individuals over there. On top of the fact that they speak almost every language and some I've never heard of. So, guys, go talk to them if you're feeling like the world is better off without you. Also, got to give a huge shout out to my cousin Scott. Scott and I are going to be working on some collaboration coming up in the new year. We got some stuff in the works that we're going to retool a little bit, but nothing major. We're still in the developmental planning stages, but guys are going to make this a little bit better. I've downloaded some new stuff. He's been taking master classes on how to do podcasts and everything else. I'm just here babbling on and on for the last almost half an hour, which is amazing. I got to give a huge shout out to you guys, the OTPH fans, because without you, all 1,230 plus of you who come and watch the videos, we would just be talking to ourselves. And that would look kind of creepy when you think about it. But the last couple episodes have showed that you guys are willing to stick around with me and stick around with all the growing pains that I'm having as I'm trying to develop the show, as I'm trying to get this going in the direction that I know it needs to go into. I got to give a huge shout out to my wife, even though, sometimes I may be a little irritated with her, and that's normal in marriage. 26 years, I wouldn't dream of being with anybody else. I got to give a loud boom to, most importantly, again, it is you guys. You guys are OTPH fans. Without you guys, there would be no show. I would have given up already. You guys make me want to come online every day and talk to you guys. Again, go look up Barrow Family Pulling Team. If you're in the Springfield, Massachusetts area, if you look up the Barrow Pulling for a Cause team, you will see that December 7th they are at the Springfield Thunderbird game. And if you click the QR code, you can get $20 tickets, and a portion of that will be going to my good buddy Joe Barrows and bits and pieces. Unfortunately, the truck will not be there, as it cannot fit through the doors, and they do not want it in there. But I also, guys, thank you for the bottom of my heart, deep down. You guys made the show absolutely amazing, absolutely fun. If you guys watched us early on to what we are now, the show has made a complete 360-degree change. We're giving you guys, and as I said, Scott and I will be working on collaboration coming up in the new year. Shows may be a little different, but they're going to probably improve, and you guys are going to have something well worth watching. My toddler's in the background having a fucking meltdown. Okay, when you break it down, Thanksgiving is not a cheap time of year, but it should not be a cheap time of year. It's the time that we get to host and see family members we don't get to see all that often, even though every time we say we need to get together more, nobody ever does. But yeah. All right, guys, I got to get up out of here. I got some work to get done. Yeah, no, I don't know if you that or if my wife's just doing something that I'm not happy with. That's normal for toddlers. All right, guys. Well, guys, it has been a fun show here at the OGBH Show, a.k.a. Ross Steel Sex Appeal Gravy Train on them biscuit wheels. And, guys, I will be coming to you live again probably pretty soon. I might even go live for a bowling night. I don't know yet. Well, guys, you have a happy Thanksgiving, happy holiday season, and just remember, it could be worse. And we'll leave it at that. Guys, I love you. Have a great day. From the OTPH Show, I'm Dave Mason saying, have fun.